If she assumed a girlfriend role, do you just confer the title on her? Or in case of anything, can she say that, of course, I performed all that duty,
no.
So...
The question is, did I ask you to be my girlfriend? Did I ask you to cook for me? Did I ask you to sleep with me?
Right there. How green is the green light? A little birdie told me that most people do not obey the traffic sign of light. Yes, when your man or woman says stop by giving you the red light, you interpret it as green means go, or amber to just claim that they are indecisive. But no is a universal language that should be respected by all. This is your favorite 18+ show, Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV. I am Paula Amma Broni. We'll be right back after this break. Right there. Welcome back. This is Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV. Today is a special edition. Yes, we're going to discuss the signs. Some people say that when you're in a relationship, you might be in the relationship alone because it's not formal. There's no formal word to say, okay, we've kickstarted the relationship, but in your head, this is a relationship. And also sometimes too, when you meet up with your partner, maybe you are not in for sex, but they claim that, oh, the sign, just because you accepted an invitation to come, it means you are ready for it. How do people miss the sign? So to help me do justice to today's topic, I have with me Elliot Nuertey. He's a multimedia journalist. Elliot, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
First time on my set.
Yeah, I'm a fan of your show. I've been watching you, following you on YouTube, reading your stories on Ghanaweb, interesting guests, and I think it's a great show.
We're going to have fun.
We would.
You have to defend the men because everything lies on your shoulder.
Why not? I'll carry it proudly.
Okay, great. I'm not doing this alone with Elliot. I have with me here Stella Sogli. Stella is a journalist. Stella, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, it looks like more of a journalist kind of thing. Yes. So we're going to educate, entertain, and then give out the information as we say we do.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of things on social media. There are a lot of stories, a lot of them on Ghanaweb. But sometimes there's a very thin line between yes and no. And for me, even before you ask your questions, yes is yes,
no is no. You don't have to miss
Period.
it. Period.
End of story.
Okay, let me start with, they say ladies but let me just put that aside and let me start with our gentleman, yeah. Elliot. I want to find out, should every relationship start formally? Should this, when I say that, it means a man asking you, I want to be your boyfriend, would you be my girlfriend situation, or maybe when we cook, you clean, you do the girlfriend or boyfriend duty, then that's it?
No, it's personally I think that every relationship should start formally because it's a formal contract. Relationships are different. Friendship can start without any formal notification, but when it comes to a love relationship, I feel it should start formally because of the characteristics that come with it. In love relationship, people would want commitment, people would want respect, people would want to be entitled and whatsoever. And you can't be entitled to someone when there is no official agreement. So to me, I feel that there should always be an official agreement between two people when they want to embark on a love relationship.
So what's your type? Are you the man who goes to a lady like, oh, I have feelings for you, I think we've been talking for a while, so let's kickstart something? Or you do the, I don't want to use the Mr. POP thing. I don't want to use that term. But then you just wait till things settle, or maybe the appointed time. What's your time? How do you do it? I put you on the spot. I know, right?
Well, I would say I'm both of the two types that you mentioned. I'm not the type that would go straight to a lady and say, well, I'm interested in you, I want us to start a relationship. I like to study people, Because there are people who give you indication, the ladies who give indication, and
indication, that's the thing.
And you think this lady is interested in you for you to propose, and then you be bounced. I hate to be bounced. I hate to be rejected. So I would make sure that you are in for it. So if I start with probably friendship, and that is not to say if I want a love relationship with you, I'll come as a friend. No, I won't come as a friend.
You declare your intention.
Yeah, I would communicate with you. If I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you. But I would never make you understand that you are my friend. No, we are not friends. That is not what.
But have you had a lady pop up a question to you? A lady propose to you or initiate a relationship?
I've never seen or had a lady propose to me that I love you, but the signs, like what is spoon? Let us spoon. Let us do this.
Okay.
You get it.
Okay. Okay, great. Elliot, so if a woman, maybe in your life, it could be anyone, start assuming the girlfriend role, cooks for you, wash, clean, gives you some, good sex, warm your bed, does that automatically confer the girlfriend title on her?
No.
So we can do the cleaning, we can do the cooking, whatever, but once it's not formal, we shouldn't assume that we are your...
So guys, I wouldn't want to say every guy is opportunistic, but most people are. And it depends on the value we place on that particular lady.
Okay.
So I know, I have a very good friend called Murphy. Yeah,
Okay.
she's, what's her name? Mercy.
Shout out to Murphy.
Yeah, shout out to Murphy. Mercy. I most often forget her name. I won't allow such a lady to do all that for me because I value her friendship and what she offers me. Because I know that the next moment she pulls out the girlfriend card and I said, no, we are no longer, we were not in that particular relationship, you are not my girlfriend, you are just a friend. And whatever we did was agreed. I think that person would go and I'll lose every benefit that comes with it, as well as the friendship that I cherish the most. So it depends on the value you place on the lady in question, and then the kind of relationship you want to have with the person.
No, but I just want to find, like, I have ladies say that, oh, I did cook for you, good company, maybe introduce you to family and stuff like that. So in her mind, she thinks it's the green light. You get, even though maybe it's not official.
No.
So with that, if she assumed the girlfriend role, do you just confer the title on her? Or in case of anything, can she say that, of course, I performed all that duty,
no.
So...
The question is, did I ask you to be my girlfriend? Did I ask you to cook for me? Did I ask you to sleep with me?
Wait, but you enjoyed it? As you said, you guys love
Yes,
opportunists, like, if I should borrow the word.
It's just like saying, let me just turn the tables around. It's like saying, hello, Murphy, can I meet you at the mall? Let me get you a dress. You would say yes to it. But that does not give me the right to assume I'm your boyfriend. No.
So a man can invest in a woman for all he likes.
Yeah.
If the woman has not accepted him as
a boyfriend,
her boyfriend,
there is no relationship.
So it's just
we are normal friends. Yes.
Invested.
So
Okay.
some people would want to draw the line. So maybe I see you are cooking for me, and I know, and I get an indication that you are doing it because you want to be my girlfriend, and I don't want that particular relationship with you. I ask you to stop right away. Do you get it?
Okay.
To keep the friendship that we have. But if I also want to exploit you, who doesn't like to be cooked for?
Free.
I mean, if you cook for me, it will save me money from buying outside. If you are giving me free sex, it will save me the stress of going to a club or going to a pub to go and convince a lady for 3 hours to come and sleep with and all that. Do you get it? You are giving me all that for free. And it's not like I'm even begging for it or I'm paying anything for it.
Okay.
So, and that is understandable. I assume that you like it. That is why you are doing it.
Not because
not because you want a relationship with me. And also in a time that we find ourselves in, I think when my daddy tells me sometimes that in her time, when a lady when a lady is cooking for you, it's either she's been sent by her family or by her mother to do that. Not just that so if you allow the lady to do that, then it means that you've understood that this is where you are leading to. So if the lady summons you to any elder, you'll be held guilty.
Okay.
But in our time that
no
we are all
paperwork.
liberals and Z,
I get that.
and we feel like I have the right to do what I want to do and I can do what I feel like I should do. I will assume that you feel you should cook for me. You feel that you should sleep with me. And I mean, if I'm generous, I'll give you some.
Great. I like the ending. Stella, whose responsibility is is to initiate the relationship. And why are Ghanaian girls reluctant? Why don't you initiate? When you like a guy, you don't give the green lights like, okay, this is it, this is a go. But you guys go round and round. Why you do that?
Well, I feel like growing up with the kind of stories I hear and the setting that you grow up with, the environment, there's no way. When I was 15, 13, 14, there was no way I was going to tell any guy that I liked him. Not me. But today, 2022, at the age that I am, I'll gladly do it. And I feel like everyone should be able to. In an age where we are fighting for equality, nothing stops you from asking someone or telling the person that you like them. I mean, when you look at our cultural setting and you want to do things the cultural way, or
you want to go traditional.
Yes. And even the Bible says that a man will leave his house, a woman will leave her house, and they will be together. It didn't say that the man will come for the woman from their house. So I'm sure those things were just things that we human beings created. So if you feel like you like someone, there's someone that you like, I mean, it's an open conversation that you're supposed to have. Bouncing is hard, it's painful.
It's part of life.
But, you know, I mean, after you've been bounced as a girl, it feels somewhere like, hey, hold me, you bounce me. But I also feel like there are a lot of ways that you can do it. Not necessarily throwing yourself at the person, because I hear men don't like women who appear cheap. But sometimes they are enthused by the fact that you are confident, like you don't mind asking yourself. So there are so many ways to kill a cat.
But still,
you are supposed
you
to.
know, women, our gender, we are shy and all that. How best can you go? Should you take him on a date? Should you write him a letter? Why should you take him to pop up the question?
Well, I think it's not cast in stone. You just have to be creative about it.
Okay.
I mean, yesterday I was telling my colleagues that I was just reading my email and I found out that I was flirting with someone in a mail. They're like, girl, in your mail. I mean, there are lots of ways to go about it. But it depends on who you are with. You may have been with a person for some time and you know what they like. You can get him anything. Ask him how he feels about you.
Okay.
Have the conversation. You know, sometimes asking someone how they feel about you and what they would do if they found themselves in certain situations will give you some answers. And I also, this is a tip, always listen. Like, listen with rapt attention. Listen, because they say a lot of things. A man who likes you will be giving you hints in the way that he talks. And sometimes those things are green lights for you to go on and ask the question, not the green lights for you to assume that okay, you are in something. But that green light will tell you if this is a fertile ground. Can I move on?
Start cultivating.
Should I go? Yes. Should I go? So you have to listen. Pay attention to some of the things like that. Some people say, "Oh, I like a woman who is this," and you just realize that, like, you're like that kind of person. You are doing that kind of thing. Okay, I like a woman who is like this. You know that, okay, like you are fitting into the role. So it gives you the green light to go ahead and ask, okay, bro,
all right,
are we doing this or not?
Great. Now, friends with benefit. There are some relationship where we just know that, of course, there's no strings attached. We're just making love. We love each other's company. The sex is good. You get what I'm saying? It's not a boyfriend relationship or a man or woman. There are people who are committed relationship who are friends with benefits. There are people in marriages who are doing it. If we are being realistic, we agree that this is what's happening. Now, what will cause someone who signed up for friends with benefits kind of relationship to now opt for the real deal? Now you catch feelings.
That friends with benefits, oh, no strings attached, and I assure
don't catch
you,
feelings.
The strings will attach. The strings will definitely attach. I don't want to go into details before I start.
Stella, please go.
Say things I'm not supposed to say, but the strings will attach because you know sex is more than just having it. Sex goes beyond, like emotions are involved. You are the guy is literally entering.
It's an 18 plus.
Well,
Yes,
Sure,
the
so-
guy is literally entering you, and you expect that there will be no emotional attachment or connection after that. Are you kidding? There will be. So
Well,
definitely,
maybe women are the
I-
one that I hear they catch feelings, but then the men, their hearts
Men
as
also
strong
do
as
catch
as hard as a
I
rock.
would,
men do catch feelings as well.
I would agree and not agree with Stella.
Okay.
Because if a guy sleeps with a prostitute for just one time, there is no connection because of the mindset that the guy has, and this
And
is
this is
psychologically
friends with
proven.
benefits.
This is
You are friends
yes, that's something
and you are
I
doing
agree
it.
with you partially. So if it's just about the sex, then nothing is happening.
can hit and go.
Yes, because if you pay to have sex with the prostitute, psychologically, your mindset is I'm buying sex to satisfy my immediate needs. So after that, there is no connection. But with friends with benefit, it can start just like you sleeping with a prostitute. I have an edge, because it friends with benefit because you are giving her something that she wants. And most often it is material, money, clothes, gifts, whatever it may be, in exchange of sex and even attention. It's not all the time that friends with benefit is all about sex.
No,
You
I'm
get
talking
it?
about the one that got
Good.
sex, that at the moment there's feelings attached.
So with sex, you have sex with the same person for more than 5 times, there would be a connection. Because when you have sex, the body releases certain, is it enzymes? Hormones, sorry. I forgot the name of that hormones. Hormones that brings about connection and happiness. Anytime you have sex, you are relaxed, you are excited. And this is psychologically proven. So if you're having sex with one person for more than 10 times and your body is releasing that same hormones of happiness,
you're gonna catch feelings.
you would catch feelings.
Energy.
And most people, and it's also proven that most ladies give out sex for love.
Okay.
So although they are saying I want friends with benefits, they are hoping that whilst you are sleeping with me,
translate to
it will
something.
translate into a proper relationship.
Okay,
And
great.
guys after a period of time would also become possessive. Are you sleeping with this guy also? Meanwhile, we're just supposed to be friends with benefits. So
How do you
there
care
would
when I'm
always
sleeping-
be
if I'm
a
sleeping
string.
with
There's that.
someone
I don't
else?
believe in friends with benefits and it will just end there. No.
Great, great. You're still watching Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, the show continues. Welcome back from that quick break. You're watching Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV. Now today's discussion is interesting. Like, it's one that is very educated because a lot of people have been getting it wrong. How green is the green light? Some people, you just assume you are in a relationship before you realize you're in a relationship alone. You're dating yourself, and then when it's setting like that, there's disappointment and all that. So I pray and hope that you take down the suggestion and the advice coming from our guest to spice up that relationship. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Now, moving forward, Elliot, why are most women, I don't want to say Ghanaian, it's kind of universal, but it's, when it comes to Ghana, it's very
It's
rampant,
extreme.
it's a big deal. Why are they shy to ask for sex? Why can't a woman just call you and book a dick appointment? Yeah.
Well, once again, it's a cultural thing. Even our parents are afraid, I don't use the word afraid, are shy of talking about sex. Do you get it? Meanwhile, everyone knows about sex. Now, if I ask about sex or if I ask for sex from my boyfriend, how is he going to see me?
No, but well, I can imagine how men go. You want it, everything. Your body shows that you want it. Why don't you say, baby, I want it? Text him. Play with his mind, like, you know.
And to be very honest, a lot of guys also find it very difficult asking for sex. Like, hey, Amma, today I want you to come around. I'm in the mood. Let us have sex. It's so awkward. I can't do that. To be very honest, I can't call a lady and say, oh, let us have sex. No.
No, maybe like, you
And
know, you can tease. Like, you
good,
know, tease.
good.
Like,
So
leave the signs here and there.
Probably you can lead a person on, but to ask for it, I feel it's weird, and it's because so it's not just a lady thing. I think it's for both sexes.
Wait, let me just chip in this, Elliot. If you are shy to ask, then what are you doing in the relationship? Because a relationship is you are open. That person is your best friend and all that. Wait, then it means people are in boring relationships. Because if you want it, you go for it.
Okay.
Unless maybe the person is not in that relationship, or you guys don't have sex in your relationship, it's different. But
I personally don't believe in. You know, when I was at the university, well, guys do that, but even they don't. They will suggest that Oba may say you, but like Obana mi who say wa dream wo honoma, I be your mind. Say wa dream wo, be to me akosu. But they can't say that. Let us have sex.
No, you don't have to say let us. There's 1001. Wanna make out? I wanna, taste your honey pot. Okay, so that's the thing. You guys just go forward and say I wanna have sex. Like that's so
good.
Like no. Google. There are so many ways. Even the woman, the vagina. There are so many ways to term it. So if you could have like a quote, when you send it to her, she knows that okay, it's dick appointment time. Find such things. Find a term for it. Maybe you want to go to China. I want to go shopping.
Well, I think that with that, the modern lady is able to do it. Sometimes when you follow conversations on Twitter, Instagram, is it Oloni? There's this famous lady like that, and you see them sending the cucumber emoji with some water splash. You know that this is exactly what the lady wants. And that is why I use the word modern lady. Those who are, I would describe a modern lady as someone who has been exposed to a higher level of education, has seen a particular society, a bad bitch type.
Okay. Good girl gone bad.
Such a person have come to understand that at this age and time there's something called equality. Such a person would probably be a feminist or believe in the idea that what a man can do, a woman can also do. So if a man can suggest that let us have sex, she can also suggest that let us have sex. But if you look at the proper African, is that politically correct? But if you look at the traditional woman, that person would find it very difficult to ask about sex and even to talk about sex when they are suffering. Not even when they want to have sexual pleasure, but when they are going through, when they are having a health issue relating to their sex. So whilst at the university, I was a peer counselor at the units for testing for HIV/AIDS and what have you. And sometimes when you are coming for the test, we have to groom you. We have to prepare you for the actual test. So we'll walk you through what HIV/AIDS is, how you can contract it, and all that. And you get an indication that sometimes when you are talking to ladies, especially, they feel very uncomfortable about it. They feel very uncomfortable discussing their own reproductive system and why their reproductive system makes them more prone to contracting HIV than guys are. So the topic of sex locally is not something that anyone would want to talk about it. Even in our classroom, when teachers are sex, you get that it's very uncomfortable.
But ladies, please, you should start talking. If you want it, go for it. Yeah, ask it shall be given unto you.
I think it should.
But I think men should start punishing their women. If you are that type who don't want to talk about, let her deal with it. It's so obvious she wants it. The moment if she doesn't say it, she doesn't give you the green light, because you can be charged for rape. If she comes to say, oh, I did not initiate it, we'll later talk about that. But Stella, I want to find out from you, what are the official signs for the women who don't love to openly call for the dick appointment? What are some of the official signs we draw?
Don't leave us cucumber in raining age.
No, like official, maybe pre, and when she's with you, what are some of the signs? Because we are talking how green is the green light. Maybe what she's given is not given, but you're interpreting it like maybe she wants some, so I should give her.
So just like I said earlier, it's not really cast in stone because different things work for different people.
Different women.
Yes. Some people don't like very explicit conversations. They want to flirt in different ways.
Let's say classy.
What would you want to eat tonight?
Okay. I'm on the menu.
Exactly. Like, do you care if I send you some boob pics?
Okay.
Or I'm feeling a bit tingly in my body. Do you want to press?
Okay.
do you care for a massage? Maybe the guy says, oh, I'm so stressed at work today. Okay, do you want a massage? I can end happily.
Yeah.
There are hints that people drop. I'm like, okay. And these days we have stickers, WhatsApp stickers that can do it for you. So you can drop some, and then if you're asked if you want some, you can say yes.
I mean, I don't mind.
Yeah.
But then when the woman is with you, maybe in a room,
Yeah, so when you
in
get
an apartment,
there, you get there. Well, so let me put this out. I'm in no way encouraging premarital sex
for the record.
for the records, but for the signs that when you're around, I mean, you should know things that turn your partner on. That one is well, a lot of people say they don't know until it happens, and I think that it's a genuine case. Some people don't really know what actually turns them on. Maybe it's just some boys can see you and they're already turned on. You don't have to do anything extra. Some people like to see you in a certain type of clothing. Some people also want to see you do stuff, lie down in a certain way. But the first thing I'll say is, if you want it, let the person know. Don't just be dropping hints. What if I don't get it? Or maybe what if I had a very bad day at work, or I've done something that didn't go through, I'm in some type of stress, and you're dropping hints. And I can't even read the signs. So how am I even going to start?
Communicate.
Exactly. My
Okay,
point
great.
is communicate. Like, look at the person, see if it's the right time to strike.
Okay.
If not, talk about it. You know, sometimes they say sex helps you to release stress and all that. So you've seen that your partner is stressed. You can offer to make them tea, coffee, cook their favorite meal. Try to just hold them. Sometimes you're just holding the person.
Moans and cuddle. You cuddle.
Exactly.
Okay,
You're just
Stella.
holding the person, and then it can happen.
Before you know.
Yes, it's happening. But the first of all, communicate. If you want
Communicate.
to, just say.
Right. Now, Elliot, most men have been accused of rape. How hard is it for a man to stop? Maybe when you are inside the woman, you are in it, and she's like, "No, I don't want it." Can you say you're strong enough, you are disciplined enough to say, "Okay, I'm taking it out"?
Elliot comes to that point.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that thing that girls do, like in the middle when you're telling me that you don't want it anymore, it's really not fair. Because if both of us are going to consider our feelings, I don't know if a lot of women will agree, but making a woman orgasm is a type of skill that men who are good at it are supposed to be given medals.
Men who
Are good at
are able to make women come should be given medals.
seriously, because
A lot of
it's
women are
skill.
going around, but they've never orgasmed. But they're
Exactly.
having sex, like, you know.
Yes, so you are supposed to know how to do it, because a woman's body is a whole lot. Even we as women don't even
So
understand.
Stella,
our bodies.
when a woman tells a man to stop
in
in the middle of the act,
I feel like
you're not being fair.
you're not being fair, because you are only considering how you are feeling at that
No,
point.
but then,
But-
I beg to differ. It can be rape. Even if I'm your wife and I tell you.
It is
Yes,
rape.
it is rape, because in the middle you are telling me to
Stop. Which is a
Which-
red light, stop.
yes, which is very genuine. You have the right to do that, but I feel like it's not fair to the man as well, because we both signed up for this, and during the signing up you didn't tell me that I may be bored at a point too. So when I say I don't want
Elliot,
to do it,
a lot of men
just
have been
stop.
charged. You know that there's been news where
Yes.
the man will say that you gave consent.
Yes.
But how hard is it? Because we often saying, okay, if she says stop, you have to stop.
Well, personally, I think that our constitution and then our Sexual Offences Act is very biased and is against men. Now, if you look at the definition
it's
of what
not.
rape, if you look at the definition of what rape is, it includes penetration, and you know that women don't penetrate, so it makes it almost impossible for the man to be raped. If you are looking at the definition of what rape is, so per our constitution, it's safe to say that men don't get raped, which is a very big lie. And if you look at the circumstances and then the examples of what could lead to a rape, one is that you agree that we should have sex, and in the midst of having sex, you told me to stop. To stop. It's like riding on the motorway at 100 kilometers per hour, and then you just told me to stop.
Break.
At that particular moment, when I break, the chances are that I would cause accidents or somersault and all that.
And die.
So I think it is very unfair. And personally, I feel it's about time that we review that part of our constitution, that part of the Sexual Offences Act, and look at it again to be fair to
Okay, now
everyone.
let me play the devil's advocate. Sympathy sex. A man could press you on. You say you are not in the mood, but then they are in your neck, their dick all over you, and then let me just do the tip, I'll just rub, and all those lies that they give. It's not true. Now, if in the case where you put the woman through the whole sympathy thing and she's like in the heat of the thing, she gives in, and then at that point she says no, it's no. I think that is a clear case of rape. If you call the VAR or whatever it is, this is a clear rape case.
Yes, and I'm a very huge advocate for consent. Like, if the person says they don't want it, no, they don't want it. But the other point I'm making about it's not being fair to the man.
It's when there's consent.
It's when there's consent. Initially. Like, we both agreed that, okay, we are going to do this. But there were no clear-cut details of the contracts that, okay, when it gets here and I'm tired, we are supposed to stop and all of that. I think that in as much as a man, we are supposed to stop for integrity's sake, for legal reasons, and for respect. It's still not fair to the man, because at that point, what are you expecting him to do? So I feel like if you are someone, except in cases where, you know, sometimes you can get bruised during the act, maybe they hit you too hard, you are feeling a certain type of way, you are allowed to communicate. And there are men who constantly ask you, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, how should I do it? Are you feeling pains? Is this? All those things come up. So if it is one of those situations, yes, you are okay too. But you can't just say no. Okay, so if you are saying no,
but
we
cannot just say no, but it's doable.
It
is doable.
And I feel like for this particular one, I'm on the men's side.
Okay.
If the man says, if the lady says midway, beginning, end, if she says no, please stop.
Great. Elliot, blue balls, how real is it?
It's very real. I don't know how to explain it, but
because
it's very
most
real.
Women sometimes, when it's in the case of sympathy sex, the fact that the man introduced, I might get blue balls and will hurt, they just, okay, you go ahead and do whatever you want.
And I want to say that is also rape. So the term sympathy sex makes it dignified, but it's also rape. Yeah. Compelling someone to have sex with you, it's just like a lecturer-student relationship. The students would give in because of the status of the person, or the effects of the impact or the repercussions of what will happen if they don't give in. That is the same thing that happens with sympathy sex. Now with blue balls is simply the pain that a person, especially guys, go through for keeping and preventing an ejaculation for so long. Do you know that when you are sexually aroused, you have to ejaculate? That is the only way we ease ourselves. So if you keep that in for a while, that is what causes the blue balls, and it's very painful. Sometimes I don't know if I'm describing it the right way, but you feel that your intestines are being pulled in. Like, it's very painful. And
yeah, making the thing horrifying.
Yeah,
the other guys
but it's very painful. It's very painful. And I want to touch briefly on the stop in the act thing. Now, once again, I think that the Sexual Offences Act should be looked at. Yeah. And
so then you add your final advice.
Yes, and then we take into consideration the context of it. Now, there are some ladies, you have sex with them for a period of time, and in previous sex they say stop, and they mean don't stop.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
There are some.
So it gets to a time where they mean stop, and you assume that, oh, this lady, I know her. When she says stop, it means that maybe you should go harder. When she says stop, it means that maybe you put her in this position. When she says stop, she means that, say, be quiet, be a good girl to daddy. Do you get it? Some of those things. So sometimes our laws makes it very biased and then unfair, and punish innocent men.
You should do a petition. Let's see if we see some people to sign. Stella, your final words.
Well, my final words, just like I've been saying from the beginning, communication is key. And no matter where you are, friends with benefits, you don't know what it is called, it's not named, a relationship, whatever it is, communicate. That is the the place where you can find the greenest of the green lights. If you want a green light, ask. If they give it to you, fine. If they don't, just walk away. I always tell my male friends, if the girl comes home and she's wearing a hot booty short and she's twerking, she's doing all the things, and you're like, damn, this light is green. And you ask her and she's like, what's in the mood? Let her go home.
Yeah,
Suck
it. Even if it's 1 p.m., let her go.
Yes, let her go home.
Okay.
Or let her sleep in the boys' quarters or something. Maybe when she sleeps in your room, you may be tempted to do something which is not right.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
If the person says no, is no. No matter how honey you are, who you are, if you think you cannot, just let her go home. She has a home. She's not an orphan or an outcast. Let her go home. So yes, respect women when they say no. And no is no, yes is yes. Don't stop means go on. Stop means stop. Red is red.
Green
There's
is
no
green.
in between.
Thank you very much for gracing my set and also educating us. And of course, there are a lot of things that we've said, we've discussed, and I just really hope and pray that women take that into consideration, because sometimes a lot of men say that when a woman says no, it means yes, but we have to clear that. And also with the issue of relationship, once the person hasn't confirmed that we are in a formal relationship, you should not assume that, you know, this is it. You might end up being in a relationship with yourself. So I did this with Elliot Nuertey. He's a multimedia journalist, and Stella Sogli, one of my favorite journalists. He does the business reporting stories. Her stories are really cool. You should check it out. Thank you very much, guys, for coming.
Thank you.
Hope you had a good fun, and then
it was a great show.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
been an insightful one.
Thank you.
Ladies, whatever you do, don't propose.
Okay, this has been Moans and Cuddles on Ghanaweb TV. I am Paula Amma Broni. We'll be back next time with something bigger and better. Thanks for watching.